The winter wind howled through Chicago, a city of rushing cars and hurried footsteps. For Nathan Walker, a 32-year-old architect, the cold was nothing compared to the chill inside him. Just 3 months ago, his world had shattered. His firm downsized, and he was out. Then, his engagement to Melissa crumbled. "I miss the man who used to smile," she'd said. We couldn't blame her. He'd lost that man somewhere between late nights at the office and the constant pressure to prove his worth. Now his days were a bleak cycle of job applications and rejections, each one adding another layer to the heavy blanket of loneliness. One afternoon, walking home, he saw a man huddled outside a closed bookstore. His clothes were thin, his hands trembling as he tried to light a cigarette against the wind. A cardboard sign sat beside him. "Anything helps. God bless." Nathan had walked past countless people like him, usually dropping a coin or just looking away. But this time was different. There was a story in the man's tired eyes that made him stop. "Hey, you okay?" Nathan asked, his voice hesitant. The man looked up, surprised. "I'm fine, just cold," he managed with a shaky laugh. "Colder than usual tonight." Nathan looked at the man's flimsy sweatshirt, then down at his own heavy leather jacket, a Christmas gift from Melissa. He asked, "You got somewhere to stay?" "Shelter's full," the man replied. "They said maybe tomorrow." The wind cut across Nathan's neck. He was just 2 blocks from his warm apartment. This man, he might not be so lucky. In a sudden impulse, Nathan shrugged off his jacket. "Here," he said, "take this." The man's eyes widened in disbelief. "No, man, I can't take it," Nathan insisted, draping the warm leather over his shoulders. "You need it more than I do." The man clutched the jacket, his voice quiet with emotion. "Thank you. You don't know what this means." "Stay warm, all right?" Nathan said, managing a faint smile. As he walked away, shivering in his sweater, he felt a strange lightness, a warmth that had nothing to do with the temperature. For the first time in months, he felt like he'd done something that mattered. Life went on. The job hunt continued. The rejections kept coming. But the memory of that small act of kindness lingered. A week later, Nathan was dropping off some old clothes at a donation center. As he was leaving, he spotted something familiar on a rack, a worn dark leather jacket. It was his. His heart pounded. "That jacket, where did you get it?" he asked the woman at the counter. "Oh, that one came in this morning," she said. Nathan stepped closer. Out of pure habit, he reached into the pocket and felt a folded piece of paper. He pulled it out. His name, Nathan, was written on the outside in familiar handwriting. Confused, he unfolded it. It was a letter from Melissa, tucked into his pocket last Christmas, a letter he never knew existed. His hands trembled as he read, "Nathan, if you ever find this, I want you to remember something. You're not your job, or your title, or the mistakes you think define you. You're kind. You care. The world needs people like you. People who don't walk away when someone's hurting. I hope wherever you are when you read this, you've found a reason to smile again, Melissa." The words hit him like a tidal wave. It was a message from a part of himself he thought was long gone. The man he'd given the jacket to must have donated it, but in doing so, he'd returned something far more valuable. Melissa had seen a goodness in him that he'd completely forgotten. Maybe it wasn't too late to be that man again. That night, Nathan opened his laptop and wrote an email, not to a company, but to a local shelter. "I'd like to volunteer. I have some free time, and I'd like to help." The next morning, a reply was waiting. They needed help serving breakfast. He showed up, nervous but determined. The shelter was a hive of quiet activity. As he was shown around, a man in a worn cap turned, and his face broke into a wide grin. It was the man from the bookstore. "Hey, you're the guy with the jacket," he said. Nathan smiled back. "Yeah, you found a place." "I did," the man said, nodding. "They took me in last week. I've been helping out since, trying to give back." Nathan looked down, then held up the folded letter. "I think you already did," he said. "When I gave you my jacket, there was something inside. A letter from someone who used to believe in me." I gave it back without even knowing. The man's eyes softened. "Guess that jacket still had some good left in it, huh?" Nathan laughed. "Yeah, more than I realized." They worked side by side that day. And as the afternoon sun set, Nathan felt a sense of purpose he hadn't known in years. Volunteering became his routine. He started using his architectural skills to help redesign the shelter's storage spaces. Word got back to Melissa, who sent a simple text. "I'm proud of you." He didn't reply right away, just smiled, finally understanding. Sometimes when you give something away, the universe finds a way to return it, transformed. A month later, a small nonprofit called Day needed an architect to design a community center and had heard about his work at the shelter. It wasn't a high-paying corporate job, but it was meaningful. It was everything he now wanted. On his first day at the new project site, he noticed a clothing donation box. Someone had spray-painted a quote on it: "Give what you can. It might find its way back to you." He smiled, slipping his hands into his new warm jacket. He felt a piece of paper in the pocket. He pulled it out, familiar handwriting. "Keep giving, Nathan. The world needs your kind of warmth." It wasn't signed, but he knew. He looked up at the sky as a light snow began to fall and whispered, "Thank you." In that moment, surrounded by the quiet hum of the city, Nathan realized the smallest acts of kindness are never lost. They circle back, like echoes of love, warming us when we need it most. Warming, and for the first time in a very long time, Nathan felt whole again. Thank you for watching this story unfold. If it touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that celebrates the good in the world. Till next time, stay warm and be kind.